truth cannot be told. It can only be realized. A year ago, we experienced the rapture, a split in frequencies. This energy that hit the earth was documented in the Schumann resonance chart. Many of you could recall last June, a sorting began to happen, a sorting of the wheat and the tares. One was taken, one will remain. Over the past few months, I've made many new friends that I did not know prior to this event. And as I go about my everyday life, I talk to these people, and you might be new to the channel. You might be hearing this for the first time. And I would say to them, I want you to reflect on your life. I want you to go back to last June. And if you're hearing this for the first time, I want you to think back to last June. Think about last year, and did all of the things that maybe were holding you back in your everyday life, they started to fall off your timeline. You might have had a big shakeup that started last year. I'm seeing the chat right now. If you remember this, if this happened in your life, let us know in the comments on the replay. Hit the stars if you're live right now listening to this. This is a message that everyone needs to hear so we could understand the changes, the sorting. The main timeline split last year. No stone was left unturned. In today's lesson, I'm going to share about this, and you could recall your journey and your everyday life. How much has your life changed in the past year? How many people, things, and situations that were holding you back were raptured out of your life? However you want to view it, you were raptured off that timeline, you were put on a different timeline. You will learn everything you need to know about the main timeline split. It's my honor to present this. It's my honor to be here every single day. And I sit here today with gratitude to be here with all of my family. I'm so grateful for all of you. Could you kindly hit the like button? It helps others find this message, a very authentic and unique message that will help people navigate what they went through and what we're going to continue to go through. You know, I collaborate with other wonderful people. And, you know, what we really learn, the rapture is always happening in waves. That's why I call this the rapture wave, the main wave. And this might happen again. The sorting will continue. But this is a frequency split. And you're seeing this right now. You know, there might be people disappearing, people that can't hear you any longer. They might be still part of your life. It doesn't matter what you say. They hear you less and less. I did that world famous video. They can't hear you any longer. The frequencies, it's a frequency, like a radio station. They can't tune into your station any longer. A year ago, an energy hit this earth. And the truth cannot be told. It can only be realized. So we saw this energy show up in the Schumann resonance. You could see that picture in the thumbnail. I'll never forget that depiction of the Schumann resonance, what happened that day. And I spent a lot of time understanding the shift that was going on. You know, the energy comes in and it starts to clear everything. There was a beautiful clearing that happened. No stone was left unturned. You know, I'm here today, and I'm so grateful for God for clearing the way for me. And God might have cleared the way for you. No stone was left unturned. I've shared about dimensional bleeding. We're trying to move forward, and we can't move forward on the higher or the brand new timeline with dimensional bleeding. People could be like human portals. Do you know this? Dimensional bleeding. Because someone's frequency in your surroundings, and even when you're connected via the internet, there's connections as well. They could actually throw your frequency off and pull you down into a lower timeline. Who will be the people that actually take people to ascend onto a higher timeline? Who are those people? Arlene 369, thank you so much. Let's all send so much love to our master, teacher, and warrior of all warriors. I appreciate that very much, Arlene. It's my honor to be here. I'm so grateful to be here today. Absolutely. Be the observer. Lisa, thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate you. Be the observer. Tesla said this. You know, I've sat in absolute silence for a long period of time. I've shared about my journey. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's my honor to leave a legacy for all of you. When you sit so quiet, you will start to see that there are two realities that are overlapped. You can't see this in chaos. When there are people, things, and situations that bring chaos and confusion, stress, and anxiety into your life, you will never see this. It's not your fault if you're hearing this. It's not anyone's fault. We have to understand awareness is the precursor to change. This is an extraction event. I've shared that a long time ago. It's an extraction event. But when you actually sit so quiet, and I've seen this. Some people don't see this, and that's okay. I'm here to share my journey with God. There are two realities that are overlapped. Do you witness this? When you look at things, you're like, it's so close. I could see there's like two versions. It could be a positive version and a negative version. And you're like, it could go this way, but it also could go that way. It's very interesting. So you have to realize when you step back and you have to clear your field, God raptures everything away. Which reality are you tuned into? The energy hit the earth to purify. And, you know, we might have gone through things during the rapture that we could never unsee. I've seen a lot from that day and moving forward. This was assistance from God. And God had to make the deception. You know about the deception out there, the Decepticons, right? The deception, the illusion it's not a joke. It's really not a joke. God had to make it crystal clear. And God made it crystal clear during this energy that hit the earth. It shook everything up. And if I, recall this time, I saw a demon. And it's not easy. When you see Sampaku, you'll never be the same. Sampaku. The Hopi discussed this in the Blue Star Prophecy about this time period. And you will see Sampaku in their eyes. I've studied many cultures over the course of my journey, and I'm here to bring everything together. I appreciate that, Michael. When you see Sampaku in the eyes, you'll never be the same. And then over time, you're starting to see it more and more. The illusion, you'll be surprised how the demons come into your everyday life to distract you. Remember, the devil comes to steal and destroy. What are the things that were trying to be stolen from you, your blessings? What are the things that try to be destroyed from you on your journey? These are biblical times, and you have to go with simplicity. I've been sharing this. If it comes from God, it's simple. It's not confusing. The people, the things, the situations, the subconscious programs, whatever it might be, if it's confusing you, if it's super confusing, if it's super hard, it's not from God. Period. But when it's simple, right? When God speaks to me, it comes in an energy theme. It comes maybe in a word. Not all this confusing stuff that's out there, right? Sent to confuse you. And you might have been through this on your journey. Ronnie, I'm grateful for you. Thank you for being here all the way through this journey. I appreciate you, Ronnie. I appreciate everyone that's here every step of the way. We keep moving forward. We had to achieve a clean slate to build a foundation. Last year, when this energy hit the earth, and you could think about your everyday life, you received a clean slate. And I went with the energies of God. I sat in obedience with God. During this time, it was not an easy year last year. And I sat with God, and he said, son, come sit with me. And I learned from God. God is your greatest teacher. God is my greatest teacher. You know, to think about, you know, taking a, do you have the guts to stay focused for 150 days? Do you have the guts to disappear from your old life for a full year? Do you have the guts to do these things? Ascension ain't easy, right? But these are the things that you have to do to get off that old timeline. As we go throughout this lesson today, and I'm going to give you this blueprint. God sees what's in the Sacred Heart. And a lot of people, they fall for these illusions, they fall for these traps, and you get embedded within them. And then the dimensional bleeding, people are throwing negativity upon you. And it's actually pulling you lower and lower. You might see this on your journey, because it's about your vibrational frequency. But other frequencies can pull you down. So God had to make it crystal clear. And God made it crystal clear during the rapture so that the illusion, everything was, and you just move forward with a clean slate. The company we keep in our surroundings and over the internet has spiritual repercussions. Please hit the like button. That if you understand this on a deep level, please hit the like button so that millions of people will hear this. The company we keep, whether it is in our physical surroundings or even via the internet, hello everybody, has spiritual repercussions. And you know, that's why you have to, you can't listen to things, you can't get pulled down to that lower timeline. I'm here to tell you, as I've sat with God for a long time, and I know the things that were already innately within me. A lot of people in this world, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't have a clue. And a lot of the times it's not their fault. It's very confusing. I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to show you certain things that actually are the way. This is the way. And the way is actually, and again, sometimes we don't want to do it, but God will rapture us out and give us a situation where we can sit alone with God. You have to sit in quiet to see the dual reality. You have to see the truth. You have to know that innately you have the answers inside of you. It's not out there. And this is the way of the world in the modern society. Do you know the modern society? With narcissists and trolls and people living in the ego, and they think they know everything, but they actually don't know anything. You might be an empath, you might be a chosen one, you might want to do the work of God, and you want to be a nice person. And you begin to, you know, when you deal with all this stuff, you start walking on eggshells, you start listening to people in your community, people in your home, and these people don't actually have the best interest for you. You have gifts. God wants you to bring these gifts to the world. God sees what's inside the Sacred Heart. And last year, right, God sees what's going on in your heart. God sees what's going, the intent. And I did a full video on the Akashic Records. Every day, every move I make, everyone's watching. God is watching. Right? That's why I just have to be me and move forward. That's why the strength and the power is increasing exponentially. God is watching every single second of the day. God sees what's inside the Sacred Heart. Even though you might not have listened to your gut, you might feel, oh, something's wrong, but the herd is saying this, or people might gaslight me, or if I speak the truth, it makes people feel uncomfortable. You're going to have to F them and move on. Hit the like button if your Uncle Mike is speaking the truth. Last year, God sent an energy to this earth, to this world, to this realm. Tesla called this a realm. Are we in a realm? Let us know. God sent an energy, regardless of the platform. There was an energy. What is energy? Energy is the ability to cause change. Go to the basics. What is energy? Energy is the ability to cause change. And God said, enough. And all the crap, all the filth in your life was exposed last year. No stone was left unturned. God said, enough. Enough. Leave my sons and daughters alone. You hit the big lightning bolts in the chat and boom! For a long time, you could be in confusion and you say to God, show me the truth no matter what the cost. And God will show you the truth. And that's why God sent that energy in last year. Hit the like button if that is the truth. Then the sorting began. Epigenetics, surroundings, other aspects can alter your vibrational frequency, your health, your lifespan. Everything is determined upon this. Our everyday lives is the place where science and spirituality find the intersection. Your vibrational frequency is determined by this. So, your job can alter your frequency. It can throw you off course. If you are in a negative relationship, it could drain your battery, lower your frequency, deter your health, and put you on a wrong course. The friends that you keep around, the coworkers at the water cooler, all of these things can throw you off course. But God course corrects. And we course correct. We have to stop being concerned outside of our everyday lives. Each and every one of us have to look within our own everyday life experience. And all you could do is become the change you want to see in the world, because everything else is a distraction. The assistance I had from God keeps me focused, keeps us aware of what's going on. You have to understand this. Everything carries this signature, and when you're listening to negativity, you could see it out there, you could hear it from family, you could hear it from people on social media. Everything is the end of the world. Everything is negative. Oh, it's gloom and doom, right? If I recall, right, a lot of people, they were saying all this negative stuff. I'm just using recent times. Do you remember the eclipse that happened just a couple of months ago? And some people, they were saying, oh, stock up on water. It's the end of the world. Oh, my God. Hellfire and brimstone. Yeah. Right? And your Uncle Mike said, this is going to shift us. It's going to improve us. This is the shift we want. There are two realities. Which reality are you going to be tuned into? You cannot fall for this, because you will become numb to the higher vibrations that are trying to upgrade you. When you are given negativity, when you are riddled with anxiety, you can't focus. It's so important not to be riddled with anxiety, not to be pulled onto the lower timeline. It is my honor to take each and every one of you on the light ship of our everyday lives. And we're going up and away onto the brand new timeline. Yeah, and a lot of people, new beginnings, are experiencing heavy ascension symptoms in the past week. And you might be sleeping really deep. You're getting this message right now because everything has been cleared away. A bulldozer came through. Everything is cleared away for our rise, for our true ascension. You know, and again, you might be tuned into this channel. You might be new. And I've been sharing 2024 is our true ascension. And you could write that in the comments. This is true ascension. When you think about people, they could be in your personal space. They could be over the internet. You know about the internet? Are they nourishing you? Are they feeding your soul? Are they upgrading you? Or are they making you weak and full of anxiety? This is the question you have to ask. You have to ask these questions. The first step in conducting an experiment, the first step in science, the first thing is ask the question. We have entered a world where people actually yell and scream and carry on when you ask questions. Isn't that strange? This is called the narcissist. Narcissistic energy. Got to get rid of it. Start asking questions. Ask more questions. Ask. It doesn't change. The simple things. The first thing, the first step is to ask the question. It doesn't change. I did it for 17 years. Ask the question. Period. Doesn't change. Ask the question. Are they nourishing you? Are they feeding your soul? Are they upgrading you? Or are they making you weaker? Are they making you full of anxiety? And as Lisa Patterson just wrote, get out of here. You have to get them out of here. And God will assist you. God assisted me so that I can assist millions of people. And I am obedient to Almighty God. You know, and I think about the assistance that I received during the rapture so that I could see clearly, so that all the filth was cleared, all the distractions, all the blockages were cleared away. And you know, being a high commander, and just like I talk to God, I could talk to God right in front of all of you. And I could say, I'm grateful for you. And every day moving forward, I move forward doing this work with an inexhaustible source of energy, a drive. I did a video, beyond motivated, driven. Beyond motivated, driven. I'm grateful to Almighty God for the rapture, for the clearing, for the sorting. A sorting happened, a sorting of the wheat and the tares. It's a biblical time. I'm a student of the game. I'm the best there is at what I do. I always have been, and I always will be. You have to stay focused. You have to remember, when I started this channel, okay, I did a video, the power of I am. You have to be real focused on the power of I am. We need leaders. We need teachers. We need builders. We need creators. That's what we need to build a new earth. There are people out there in the fake spiritual communities, you know them, and a unicorn and a rainbow. We have to build the new earth. You got to roll up your sleeves. You got to start doing stuff yourself. Manifestation is the combination. It's again the intersection of conscious thought backed up with radical action. Okay, you smash the like button if your Uncle Mike is speaking the truth. When God has spoken to me, right, I know the answers, right? Balance, alignment. That's how I have to say moving forward. The world is out of balance. The world is out of alignment. It's very difficult to do this because everyone wants to pick a side. You know these people, pick a side. You're not on my side. I hate you. You know these things, right? Hughes, thank you so much, Hughes. I appreciate you very much, Hughes. May God bless your soul. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you, Hughes. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. It's about balance. Restoring balance. That's my mission. My mission is to restore balance. It's not an easy thing to do because everything is brand new, what I'm presenting. It's not something that, oh, you have to do this, you have to, and they repeat the same thing. Where are we in the world? Where are we in society? What is insanity? I believe Einstein said, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. We have to do new things. We have to study. We have to expand consciousness. Nitin Perdishi, thank you so much, Nitin. Authenticity, I appreciate that. That's how we have to stay focused. Stay focused on authenticity. We all have the ability to change the timeline for the collective. We have the ability to do these things. God does these things, and then we do these things. What did Yeshua say? The miracles that I perform, you will perform, and greater. We are here for greatness. You could write that in the comments. We're here for greatness. And we are able to have greatness right now because we went through this cleansing, because we went through the rapture. There was a man, his name was Enoch. Some of you are familiar with the book of Enoch. The book of Enoch was removed from the Bible. Some people say that Enoch was also Hermes Trismegistus. Enoch was able to transcend the dimension. And Enoch, he was able to raise his vibrational frequency so high. He did it so high that he was able to take the entire city with him. He was able to take an entire group of people with him. You have to be a student of the game. You have to study. You have to learn. My grandfather left me a quote when I was a boy. He said, Mikey, he wrote it down on a piece of paper. He said, you look at this, keep this. What mind can conceive, man can achieve. We are here to achieve greatness. If you could do something that nobody else can do, would you do it? Enoch was able to raise his vibrational frequency so high, he took an entire city with him. It's very interesting. We have the ability. This is an extraction event. And it's wave after wave. I have spoken with many people. We also collaborate on our Patreon, beautiful Patreon community. The rapture, it's almost like it's always happening. And last year we had a big moment. So many people I've spoke to, I have new friends from the gym. I didn't know them last year. And I said, I try to reach everyday life people with this information. I appreciate if you hit the like button on this video. Your Uncle Mike appreciates that so much. So I like to, and it's so fascinating to me to reach everyday life people that are not aware of these things, and they're fascinated. And I said, what about your life in June of last year? And did you go through these things into the summer? And they're like, yeah, my life totally changed. And so many people. So I'm here, right? At the end of the live stream, or if you're watching on the replay, in the comment section, did you witness a sorting happen in your life where people, things, and situations that were blocking you, they were ripped out of your life? One of a mind. Thank you so much. Blessings to you all. I appreciate that very much. A lot of people, you can see them out there, they have faith in the physical stuff. You need to do this for the pending collapse. You need to do that. Everything is hellfire and brimstone. I don't have to do anything. Because I create the timeline. Yeah. You have the ability to create the timeline for your brothers and sisters. I don't have to do anything. All I have to do is be Michael. That's all I have to do. That's all I ever have to do. All you have to do is be yourself. There is an amazing power in this universe. A lot of people, it's so easy. So easy. So simple. Oh, but they can't do it, light warriors. Being authentic. If you are able to be your authentic self, you have the power of like 250,000 people. If you embrace authentic love, you have the ability to change the timeline. If you have the ability to just simply embrace the Christ energy, which is the truth, you have the ability to change the timeline. Something that's so simple. Be yourself. A lot of people can't do it. A lot of people live till 99 years old. They didn't know who they truthfully are. That's why today I'm grateful for the rapture. I'm grateful for the sorting. I'm grateful for the clarity, crystal clear clarity. It's a triple C. That's what you need on your journey. I'm here to tell you, I don't know what this year is going to bring forth, but I do know that these things happen in waves. We have a community, we have information when this may be happening to the next wave. Maybe things will be stripped out of your everyday life. You know where to go to. You know what to do. These things don't resonate. You knew it in your stomach the whole time. You didn't listen to your stomach. You might have withstood damage because you weren't listening to your stomach. Trust yourself. This is a time period. This is a time period of trusting yourself. Trust your gut. You have to move forward with trust. This is what you need to do. Keep your word. I did a video on loyalty. Loyalty is royalty. Everyone could write that in the comments. Loyalty is royalty. And I'm here for the royals. Stagnant 04. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Michael, your visions, understanding, guidance, and lectures were the last pieces I needed to keep me going and eventually cross the finish line. Thank you. Number one, it's my honor to do that. Number two, that's a tremendous picture of Wolverine. So I doubly appreciate you very much. It's my honor to do this. This is what I do, to hear your soul. My soul vibrates, when I get these comments, these beautiful words, and it feeds my soul to do this. And it's overwhelming. Ascension is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. Your Uncle Mike did it, and I'm here to leave the truth for all of you. And there are many pitfalls in the spiritual world out there. You have to do these things through trial and error, firsthand experience. You have to feel your way through. There was a guy, right? He did a video a long time ago. He said you're going to have to use clairsentience and discernment. A lot of people, they have a great tongue. They know how to say all these, all these interesting things, right? Oh, it's all complicated. But what's the truth? You got to go to the content of character. You got to go real deep. Oh, and your Uncle Mike loves to go real deep. Oh, yeah. Hit the like button for that one. I appreciate that. This is about everyday life, people. I'm just a kid from Brooklyn. You never know who's who. You never know. But we're here to get the family. We're here to get the band back together. I appreciate it. It's my honor to be here. I'm grateful to God that God gave me assistance, because God gave me assistance every single day of my life. Moving forward, I will assist each and every one of you. And the things that He told me, the things that God instilled within me, over the course of time. And I want to make something clear. God will appear to you as what is needed at the time. Most of the time, God presents as a masculine energy to me. There was also a period of time where God presented as a feminine energy. I'm here to present from a place of authenticity. On your journey, you are going to see many people out there on the internet that dig in and say that this is the only way. Usually, over 80% of the time, I go with the actual laws of the universe, 80% of the time they are full of it. And it's not easy to present authenticity because you might trigger everyone, but the beauty about that, you bring everyone together. It's so beautiful to see so many different people from different backgrounds, different colors, classes, and creeds that are part of our community. I love each and every one of you. Last year was a tough year, but God toughened us up so that we could be the leaders of the new earth. God cleansed us, right? So we don't have the densities, the stowaways, the bags pulling us down, so we could rise to higher heights. You have to sit in quiet. You might be going through the isolation season right now. Know your season. God puts us in seasons. Embrace the isolation season. Don't fight against it. I made the most of my isolation season so that along with God, I built a foundation, an indestructible foundation that will last eternity. That's why you have to go through these things. It takes such a long time. And when you go through this, you know, people aren't going to see you. Oh, where'd he go? Where'd she go? You're under the ground, building the foundation. People don't see anything. And then all of a sudden, this giant structure becomes built. But you have to spend a lot of time building that ironclad, indestructible foundation. And that's what God did with this energy. I appreciate each and every one of you being here. If you're new to the channel, we have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time, to help you become the greatest version of yourself, physically, mentally, and spiritually. We need to strengthen in all three phases of life, not just one. So if you want to be well-rounded, if you want to truthfully ascend, why don't you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and take this journey with us. Take part in our comment section. So many beautiful comments. And guess what? People actually are supporting each other. We have TikTok. We have Facebook. We have Patreon. Patreon, I left a couple of posts yesterday to show evidence of how you can heal yourself, how we can shift. And what we need as we move forward is transparency. What we need moving forward, we don't have to wait any longer. We're already on the new earth. We're already on the brand new timeline. So what we need are people with actual tangible things that we could build upon. Not complaining, not trying to tear others down, not trolling in the comment section, not slandering, but actually rising up. And that's why I'm grateful for all of you. I'm not here if it's not for all of you. Let's make a promise to each other, and I appreciate the support. Okay, these are not just terms. It really does help. I will show up every day, and I appreciate if you show up every day and hit that like button and just hit that subscribe button if you have not done so. Take the time to do that. Sometimes some people don't know how to do it, and I have to help them out. But we reach all different types of people. And some people actually new to watching information on YouTube, all right? So over the course of my journey, I have foresight. I see where the world is headed. That's where we have to be, okay? People, all right, are looking for the information that they want to learn, they want to improve, and you know, improving life in all three phases, it's really part of where we're headed. Because we have to be the builders of the new earth. We have to take accountability. You want to take accountability for your life? The intersection of your abundance, for your vocation is doing the work, but bringing people up at the same time. The energy is crystal clear right now. That's why we had the sorting, the rapture. God works with differentiation. God works with compare and contrast, because the truth cannot be told. It can only be realized. You have to realize these things. When you realize the love, when you realize the comfort, you have to listen to your body. Listen to your body. Your body, and we're going to be spending a lot of time on this. I have so many beautiful things planned for this summer. This is the summer of assert dominance. Oh yeah. A coronation this summer. The kings and the queens of the new earth are rising. And we're able to do this because we went through this shift. Will more energetic events happen? Maybe. They have happened. They will continue to happen. And this has really been spiking over the past few years. So you have to stay focused. Stay focused on God, regardless of your trials, regardless of your tribulations. You have to stay focused on yourself and God. You really have to listen to yourself. Listen. And if you didn't listen to yourself, forgive yourself for not listening to yourself. Move forward. You're not loyal to your past. You're loyal to your future. Don't be concerned with prior to the rapture, prior to the sorting. Be concerned with now and moving forward. Take responsibility, take accountability for your everyday life. Let's learn the truth about ascension. We will all ascend to a higher version of ourselves. And last month, you might be seeing it here. You might be witnessing this yourself. You might be new. We went on soul retrieval. You are picking up on fractals of your soul, your essence. Now, let's present them to the world. The world needs you, needs all of us. Will you answer the call? It's time to answer that call. Today, I'm so grateful to be in front of all of you. I love you very much. I never stopped. I never gave in. I just keep going. And when you sit in quiet with God, you will realize that you have been here for all eternity. When you sit in quiet with God, you will realize that you are more powerful than you were led to believe. And when you could just be yourself and you just know the things that are innately within you and you bring them to the world, that's where the authentic change happens. I love you all. Leave comments on this video. Did you witness a massive shift last year around this time in June? So many people that I have come across. And again, these are not things that are going to be out there on the, well, it's not on the news. And that's why we have to collaborate as communities, right? And that's how we start to see the bigger picture. So reflect on your everyday life and how much it's changed. Quantum events are happening. If you're new to the channel, please check out the first playlist on the channel page, and that'll catch you up to date. I love you all. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. That's all you have to do. And stop taking life so seriously. Ain't nothing but a party, kid. And we're going to be partying all summer long. Big celebrations this summer. Yeah. Big party this summer. Yeah. I appreciate everyone being part of that all summer long. Every day, 9 a.m. Show up. Show out. Oh, this is going to be great. Yeah. I love you all. So happy to be here.